Steph Curry lights up Grizzlies with masterful off-ball moves. San Francisco, the clock was getting closer to the 0 mark. As a result, player Stephen Curry of the Golden State Warriors had less time to score. This implied that Curry still had time to demonstrate his accuracy and quickness as a shooter. Curry scored 43 points while shooting 14 of 26 from the field and 7 of 14 from three-point range to lead the Warriors to a Game 4 victory over the Boston Celtics, but this occurrence did not just occur during the NBA Finals. This event has also happened during practice with a valued Warriors assistant coach, Bruce Fraser, and during summer exercises with his personal trainer, Brandon Payne. All drills are games. All drills are competitive. Payne told NBA.com, and everything we do is against time and score. You can always beat the clock. You can always beat a certain number. You still lose even if you beat the number but not the time. Curry seldom loses such workouts. Through all, Curry spent the majority of his 13-year NBA career transforming the game with his skillful stroke and deep range, and this season he officially became the NBA's top three-point shooter of all time. However, Fraser pointed out that he'll usually do it again if he doesn't get it. It is thus twice as difficult. Curry's conditioning helps to explain why he is shooting an incredible 50% from the field and 49.1% from three-point range going into Game 5 on Monday 9 ET ABC, with an average of 34.3 points per game. That also helps to understand why the Warriors took Curry's statement that his newly injured left foot was good after practice on Sunday seriously. The Warriors anticipate that Curry will endure even if this already tumultuous NBA Finals goes the whole distance. Why? According to Klay Thompson, a member of the Warriors, his conditioning is second to none in this league. Because of his workout routines, Curry has become almost as reliable as his shooting, averaging 2.5 miles each game this season, according to the Warriors. What exercises you perform is important. However, how hard you can go is more important, Curry told NBA.com. How long can you maintain the intensity of a game so you're there when it occurs? Being as perfect as possible is the goal. In addition to trying to respond to such questions during high-stress playoff games, Curry has also tried to get ready for them by responding to them in practice and in more sedate gyms during the summer. Curry has often played a modified version of 21 during his summer workouts. He must score 21 points using any combination of layups, three-pointers, and mid-range jumpers, each of which is worth 1 point. Curry has to go to that score in 1 minute. Curry must also run up to the half-court timeline between shots before attempting another one. Fraser told NBA.com, he runs pretty solid into his shot because he wants his lungs and legs to be exhausted when he has to shoot a big three. With strained lungs and legs, he doesn't want to shoot constantly throughout practice. That isn't feasible. In the fourth quarter, however, he hopes to be able to make the same shot that he did in the first. Additionally, Curry aims to make the same shot at the conclusion of his workouts that he did at the start. Not as easy as it seems. Curry often finishes a practice in which he has to make 20 shots in various locations in under 2 minutes. Additionally, Payne has set up a game dubbed 2 in a row, in which Curry must hit at least 2 three-pointers in a row in 5 different positions in a minimum of 90 seconds. Curry has often finished the exercise in 75 seconds, according to Payne. Payne often moves the goalposts because Curry regularly sets new personal marks. Payne laughed and said, I've created drills that I assumed would be impossible and that he would be upset with me for assembling something like this. But it always works. He still finds a way to complete it. Nobody pursues progress as assiduously and with the same fervor as he does. It is thus not unexpected that Curry and Payne made the decision to examine both his successes and failures last summer. To determine the ball's trajectory, arc, and depth of penetration into the rim, they used the Noah shooting method. Curry and Payne considered the effort a miss if the statistics indicated the ball did not pass through the center of the rim. Curry's shooting percent suffered as a result of that grading curve, and it also took him longer to finish his exercise. Curry continued shooting until he made at least 10 shots with the ball going through the rim cleanly. Earlier this season, Curry told NBA.com, trying to be as perfect as possible was a mental challenge. You can't beat the drill, so you don't want to be out there all day feeling exhausted. But Curry can't help himself. Curry strives to push himself even during practice sessions, when teams often want their best player to preserve energy. Seems that there is no such thing as Curry just lifting shots to finish a shooting practice. He still finds a way to complete it. Nobody pursues progress as assiduously and with the same fervor as he does. Just to get one shot up, he has to run the entire court, Warriors forward Draymond Green told NBA.com. Consider how many bullets a man like that takes. He must run the whole length of the floor just to try a three-pointer. He operates in a different way than most others I've seen. Federer began by saying, "I love my daily ritual," before going into detail about his schedule, which included preparing his children's breakfast, dropping them off at school, and then spending the rest of the day exercising. The same would be said by Curry. He loves the procedure and takes great pleasure in it. Regarding Curry, Kerr said, "That's one of the things that ties all great athletes together. In addition to being quite disciplined, there is a routine that is really liked every day. It is sustained throughout time by the emotion that accompanies it. When you love what those men do, you put in the effort, you improve, and you simply keep going." Curry's statement that, "I do pride myself on trying to be the hardest worker and the most consistent worker," may be revealing. Through all, Curry said that he began working on his fitness while playing basketball in high school at Charlotte Christian in Charlotte, North Carolina. Curry's training begins the day the season ends as opposed to the day the season starts, Fraser observed decades later. Curry has accepted the grind, but in recent seasons he has tried to work a lot smarter than harder. Curry continued to include fitness exercises in his practice and shooting routines even after the Warriors won 3 NBA titles and 5 finals trips between 2015 and 2019. However, in order to prevent burnout, he also reduced the intensity. In order to recuperate from injuries and prepare for the upcoming NBA season, Curry also missed the Olympics in 2016 and 2020. "It's difficult for a defender because you can't take a break," Celtics guard Marcus Smart said of his ability to impact the game by running about, playing off the ball, and getting himself open. Curry has maintained that mindset throughout every practice that calls on him to shoot fast and accurately. Curry has set out to do similarly on a larger platform during the Warriors' most recent championship run after accomplishing those feats via good shooting, pure willpower, and complete weariness.